Hey, Boppers. Hey, Boppers, we're back again. It's me, Eddie French. I'm here with Tom King.
Oh, hello!
Always on. And Emma Tiswell.
Alright.
Yeah. So we're here, we're back. We are feeling moderately lethargic and less enthused. Emma has just fallen asleep out of sheer anger. We watched a film that it's felt like the longest film, even though it's notably the short. Actually, it's the same length as Frankenstein. Or the version we watched on YouTube is the same. This is available to watch on YouTube, so this one is the freest one. Normally, we recommend you go and watch the film, but...
No, I seriously recommend people watch the film.
Oh, I recommend you watch the film if you want to hear us talk about it. But this one, don't feel bad if you don't. The spoiling is minimal because you can't spoil something that is already spoiled.
But if you do watch it, get fucked up first.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it more.
Oh, do you know what? Actually,
Have a good viewing party.
If you, with friends, and if you do indulge in the mind alterers,
Definitely.
have one or two of those.
Yeah.
And
Pop them before the
yeah. Make sure they're in full effect before you press play. Don't go, oh, we'll let it creep up on us. No, but
I
make
had
sure
some sweets that even didn't work for me, but you know.
you couldn't even sugar it good.
Yeah. Get proper glazed beforehand.
Yeah.
I think the best drug for this would be pot. Would be weed. I think you don't want anything that is going to make you want to get up and go anywhere, because you will want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Let's not bury the lead.
Yeah. Have some chuckle drugs.
Yeah. Have something that makes things more interesting and you less likely to want to move, because we are talking about, some know it as The Imp, but we saw it under its full title, Soroity Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-A-Rama.
Which you can't say if you're on pot.
No, you can't. No. Call it The Imp. That's fine. Yeah. We won't mind. Soroity Babes in the Slimeball Bowl-A-Rama from 1988.
Oh, there's even more words to it than I thought. Carry on.
Yeah. Did you think it was just the Slimeball Bowl-A-Rama?
Yeah.
No, Soroity Babes
in
the. Yeah. It's a monkey's paw adaptation. You know, it's the monkey's paw. It's the wish that is sour. The sour wish thing. You know the monkey's paw, right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's making these? Who was making those films in the 80s?
Urban Scream.
Urban Scream.
No, sorry. Was it Urban Scream?
Urban Classics. Urban Classics. Were they responsible for all of the trailers that we watched at the beginning as well?
Yes, the version. Yeah, there's a version that we got which has got about 20 minutes of trailers for similarly named something in the something.
What was it? My favourite one was Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
Yes.
Which had Adrienne Barbeau, who was in Escape from New York.
Yes, and they made a big deal about that. Did it also? One of them had Bridget Nielsen in.
One of them had Demi Moore in her first starring role.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Wow.
And also Bill Maher, the comedian and political commentator.
He was in the Avocado Jungle.
He was in the Avocado one. He was like the main bloke.
Yeah, and he was looking young and fresh, and he had a sweeping. Oh, my favourite one, sod Bill Maher. But what about the one? Did you see the trailer for the one which started off and it went Travolta? No, it said Stallone.
Oh,
and then it was
Jackie
Stallone,
yes.
and then Travolta, and it was John Travolta's brother.
Yeah, like Mark Travolta or something.
And then Swayze, Don Swayze, Patrick Swayze's brother.
Yeah. It was all of these famed Hollywood. It was like people.
Could have got the guns in that.
Yeah, it wasn't like Tom Cruise's brother. But it was like Gary Cruz, and
there were four of them. There was Stallone, Travolta, Swayze, and someone else, and I can't remember. But they all looked exactly. No, it was oh God, who was the other one?
Well, Jackie Stallone didn't look like.
No. Don Swayze looks like
He
looks like a bizarre version of Patrick Swayze.
Yeah. So and they presented it as those four, And then they said, are some of the cameos that you can see, so they're clearly in it for about 4 seconds. David Docotto, and notable for Scream Queen. I'm taking this from Wikipedia because I care little about it. Notable for Scream Queens, Lena Quigley, Brink Stevens, and Michelle Bauer. And it's one of those films where, I mean, it took you, 3 evenings to watch this, just over an hour?
Yeah. I'd only just finished it today.
Yeah, I watched it in one go because...
Probably better.
Yeah, basically what I did was, little peek behind the curtain, Boppers. We tend to do 2 films and record 2 of these in a single sitting, and knowing that this was less likely to be, I watched this one and then another one after it, and that was very much a palate cleanser. So so it feels really long for something that is an hour.
So long. It shouldn't feel that long.
No, it's the same length as Frankenstein, and Frankenstein's crying out for more time and, a little bit of breathing space for all of this cool stuff, and this just feels like it's padded.
Yeah, it should
over
have been.
An hour.
Yeah.
It's astonishing.
It could have just been a trailer.
It should have been a half-an-hour episode of The Twilight Zone.
Yeah,
and it could have got that entire story.
Or The Outer Limits, or something
like that. Not an 80-minute film.
No.
So.
I mean, it claims to be 80 minutes on the thing. Maybe we saw an edited version, but
it was difficult to watch.
Although the music by Guy Moon, that was quite good.
Yeah,
I did like that.
The music was quite nice.
It was a beautiful synthscape.
Yes, it was good. I'm just going to find out. It was by Guy Moon. Wow, he's written music for Johnny Bravo, Cow and Chicken, Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom.
Amazing.
So, Lego Batman. This guy's done
much better than anyone else on that film.
Yeah, he's
basically
definitely ramped up on it.
Yeah. The Brady Bunch movie.
Grim Fandango? No.
I didn't say that. Nope.
No, that's fine. I just saw Grim.
So he's done some. Good for him, because that is a really, really catchy 80s-y synth thing, and some nice stuff there. So good for him.
Yeah.
We are fond. Well done, Guy Moon. You can watch this on YouTube if you just type in Soroity Babes and the Slimeball Bowl-A-Rama. So let's rap about this. It is.
Do you mind if I rap about it using my middle-class rap character known as M&S?
When I said rap, I'm using more of that 50s thing, like Hey Boppers and sort of stuff.
I was ready to spit some beats, man.
Yeah.
Would have loved that.
And that's why I wanted to make sure you didn't.
Right.
I
boxed it in.
Yeah. Let's face it, in the world of Hamilton, we are all King George III. Which is a brilliant reference for Hamilton. The fact that you didn't actually see all of it in one sitting.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I feel a bit jealous because I watched it all in one sitting. But look,
I nearly gave up.
It only took me one go though. In fairness, I watched a bit of it to see if it was of quality enough to sort of give it a chance, because that's only fair. But
I thought it was going to be fine after the first 5 or 6 minutes were and then it just sent me to sleep every time.
Because it starts off kind of Revenge of the Nerds-y.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it gives off real heavy Revenge of the Nerds vibes, doesn't it, at the beginning? Because you've got Fatso, Nerdo, and Normal.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got names.
3 pervs.
They're 3 80s pervs.
Yeah, they're
sat around chatting about lasses.
Sitting around looking at Penthouse.
Yeah.
Well, one of them.
About
boobs all over the
wanking.
wall.
One of them is sat about 2 inches from the screen watching some horror film, and Fatso is eating 10 bags of crisps and got like a 4-pack of Budweiser on his tummy, and Norma, again, he was having a better time than everyone else watching the film. He was like, just got some beer and some crisps. Do you know what, mate? You do you. I was fine with him up until then. And then, sort of ringleader, he goes, give me a beer, and he goes, nah, fuck you. Again, fine.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, but There's some sorority
There's an initiation going on at the Kappa Delta Bollock sorority house. And they go, oh, Felter Delta. And I was like, that's all right, they're pervy.
Yeah, they are well pervy.
They're filth bags, these
and
lads.
Well, the thing is, two of them are, because one of them, quite happy in front of the telly.
Yeah.
He gets dragged along.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like him anyway, but he's still there.
I like him more than the other lads.
Oh, yeah.
He gets well boozed off one can of Budweiser.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
That was funny.
Budweiser as well, come on. Not even trying.
Yeah.
But, so they go, he goes, all right, I'll give you a can of beer if you take us to where they're doing the initiation.
Yeah.
Little clue there, Boppers. Just in their sorority house. Really easy to have guessed.
Yeah.
The fact that he got a can of beer for that information, fucking shocking. It's like if they were out in the woods at this sort of specific location, if they were at somewhere particular, but he's not. He goes, right, follow me. And then they go, oh, it's just their house. And so then we meet two lasses, one of whom's called Taffy.
Yeah, and the other's called Lisa, isn't she? Is she? Or is that one of the lasses who's in there?
Oh, I don't know. But
Taffy was the most memorable.
There are two lasses in like little cut-off t-shirts and pants.
Yeah.
Knickers. Panties for our
ladies,
American listeners.
ladies,
Sorry, I just used that word and now I feel a bit sick.
Knick-knacks.
In ladies' undergarments.
Pantaloons.
Yes. In ladies' underwear.
But those really sort of baggy 80s pants as well.
Yeah, well.
They're supposed to.
It was cold.
I know, but they're supposed to be sexy pants.
It was supposed to be erotic, wasn't
but
it?
they're not.
Yeah. Well, they're.
What?
That's good.
That's
Covering
good.
a bit. That's the only flash we seem to have covered. So it was nice to actually like.
I mean, it's.
Give him a bit of dignity.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking mega low budget. I don't think lingerie for teens was covered in the budget. And you know what? There's something to be said for that. So there's three of them who are. One of whom who is just a twat to everyone. The main one, is that Babs?
Yeah, Babs was like the main.
Babs was the main instigator of it all, and they're putting on like sort of robes and like headscarf things, and one of them's complaining about her hair.
Yeah, like a satanic ritual.
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah.
They're quite good robes, to be fair. Quite.
Oh yeah, no, it was quite good. And then they made the other girls, the initiates. Bend over the couch and then they paddle them on the bottom for a bit. And this is what
This is why you need 3D paddle man or 4D paddle man.
From House of Wax.
Yeah. He would have done good there.
Do you know what? That in and out, 20 seconds each, and they would have been
ages as well.
They would have been paddled senseless in seconds, and everyone could have gone home.
Yeah.
And they could have gone to bed on their fronts probably until the morning. Everyone would have been fine. But so that goes on, and the three pervos, the film nerd is now. There's a brilliant bit of comedy where he keeps on saying, "Oh, don't change the channel." And they go, "It's not the TV." And then they do the joke again where he goes, "What's on the other side?" And then they go, "It's not the TV." And they're looking through a window, or a TV as Nerdo thinks. And they're going, "Oh, look at that, they are spanking the ladies." Oh.
They're having a good perv through the window.
Having a good perv through the window. Do you know what? It's 1988. It's a very low budget, schlocky film. Okay, the worst things have happened in those films. Fine.
But then like it goes to the point where he's like, but we need a better view, so let's just crack on in there.
Let's break into this house.
Break into the sorority house.
They had a great view.
Yeah. They could see everything they needed.
Doing it, but you know.
And then they break in through the kitchen with the light on in the kitchen, and then they just look.
They're proper banging about.
Yeah.
Because they're boozed.
Yeah.
But luckily they don't hear because the sound of the paddle.
Yeah. Yes, too loud.
Some loud paddling.
It was some loud paddling. And then Babs goes, "Right, that is paddle over.
Yeah.
Time for the cream."
Yeah.
They say whipped cream, and it's not whipped cream, it's squirty cream.
Yeah.
And so they spray like some squirty cream on them and they go, "Ha ha ha," like it's proper humiliating. Like literally spray it on their shirt and their stomachs.
Like
It's it's such a step down from being spanked.
They're not even reading like some kind of initiation kind of ceremony kind of thing.
No,
Or
there's no
anything.
sort of like occulty oath
just
or
go,
anything. Yeah.
Oh, let's have a squirt.
Yeah, considering it was supposed to be a punishment as well, the two girls getting squirted with cream really quite seemed to enjoy it. They were all going, ooh.
They're like, oh, I have got squirty cream on me now. And then they said, all right, now go upstairs and do a shower.
Yeah.
Like that's a punishment. I'm covered in dairy products. Yeah, go and have a shower. Oh no!
What would have really been a punishment is stay in the heat and let that cream curdle
Yeah,
upon
exactly.
your body.
Yeah.
Wait for the stench to happen. That's an
And
initiation.
then leave you outside with the flies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Leaving outside the flies.
So they
larvae in them.
so they nip upstairs. We're about 2 minutes in at this point. So they nip upstairs and get in the shower together. That's a punishment.
Yep.
Apparently seeing each other is just hell. And so the three pervos just sneak up the stairs silently.
Oh yeah.
And then they look through the massive gap in the door that the girls have left.
Yeah.
They didn't even close the door behind them. They just left it there. And so they're looking like a pervy totem pole.
Yeah.
Looking through.
Like Curly, Larry and Moe.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Right.
What is going on?
One of them's doing that where he's punching the air while slapping his bicep.
Yeah.
One with a fist up. Whoa.
Hey Mo, I can see her ass. Shut up, Larry. Yeah, it's and then Babs is just stood behind them and
Oh,
goes,
she walks up the stairs and curses him.
"Oi, fuck sticks!" And they're like, "Oh no, we're frightened."
Does she at one point hit him or something?
I think she hits them
Probably.
and they all three fall over.
Like
She hits them with a paddle and they sort of fall in a heap. And then the girls in the shower go, "Oh no!" And the guys go, "Oh hey, wait a minute!" And then they're like, "Hey, be nice to us." It's so
We're doing
entitled and
nothing wrong.
it's really upsetting. Watching this with modern eyes, you kind of have to either. Thing is, it's not entertaining enough to turn off moral barometers. Do you know what I mean? It's like you can sort of go, this is clearly stupid, and at least it isn't a real thing. But when it's not even entertaining,
No.
you kind of go, I'm not prepared to make to give benefits of the doubt here.
Being the age I am though, like 40, I can quite easily slip back into teenage eyes because I'm from that era.
Yeah.
And I can imagine what I would have been like watching that film as a in 1989 I would have been 12, 13.
Yeah.
And I
It was 88, but yeah,
88,
same, yeah.
Yeah, I would have been 11 at that age. But watching it then, I would have thought it would have been. I can imagine I would have thought it was one of the best things ever.
Oh,
Yeah.
completely.
Because
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
cheesy sci-fi as well. It's
Oh yeah.
It is
I mean, we've not even
very
got.
daft.
not even
Yeah,
got to that
yeah.
element
Really,
yet,
really
but-
stupid, and it's that thing of wow. I bet this is what America. Because this is what American colleges are like.
This is a proper slice of American pie.
Yeah, because because it clearly is.
Unsullied
Yeah, it clearly is.
American pie.
Yeah, it is.
For the time being.
Do you know what? That was the biggest twist in the Game of Thrones final, the unsullied American pie.
Yeah. Amazing how they managed
this-
to do that considering none of them had a cock.
Yeah. Well, they were talking about this one time at Unsullied Camp, and it was interesting. But
It was Downtown Infinite too.
nothing happened. This one time at Unsullied Camp, it was totally chaste.
Yeah.
Really, they've got no stories, man. They've got no stories. Oh, I learned how to fight with tenacity and an economy. Oh, well done.
Yeah. Although
Did you have a wank afterwards? No, you didn't.
this one time we had to, as part of our training, go into somebody's house, steal their child and kill it. That was part of the Unsullied training.
Yeah.
I remember that from books.
Yeah.
It's quite horrific.
Yeah. Yeah, so from one war crime to another, this... There must have been a war happening in 1988. It wasn't Iran-Contra, that was earlier. But
Yeah,
anyway.
there'll have been some other American conflict that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
Some small East Asian country being destroyed from within.
And what they did was they showed them this film and they went, do you know what, just bomb us. That's fine. The fact that this is considered art in a world where we live, that's too much. So Babs decides that they've all got to, that the girls, the initiates, they they haven't finished their initiation yet. They need to fulfill a task, and the boys need to help them to say sorry. Now, what they could do is the boys could just leave.
Yeah.
And the girls say, "Oh, we'll call the police." I'm going to assume the police would do fuck all.
Oh, yeah, they
Because
do.
given they do fuck all now,
Yeah.
I can't imagine in 1980. Again, it does. This is just part of the film to get everyone into the Bowl-A-Rama.
Yeah, there's
so fine.
no way the police would have done anything to those three privileged white guys.
Oh, God,
No.
absolutely not.
Even if they were utterly lacking in privilege, there would still be
They'd just be like, oh, look how nerdy these guys are doing. Don't worry about it.
We just wanted to see some ass. Oh, they just wanted to see some ass.
Hey,
You should be flattered.
said you girls should show them your asses.
Yeah. In fact, we're going to arrest you unless you do a gangbang. Is another film, I assume, made by Urban Classics.
Yep.
Do you know what? You try and Google the company Urban Classics, all it comes up with is a load of hip hop compilation albums. Yeah.
Oh, people are like, oh, Mike.
Urban Classics. Yeah. Or trainers. Yeah.
What would that film be called? Gangbang Girls in the
Slimeball's Bowl-A-Rama.
yeah.
I don't know what it would have a very long name.
Wouldn't it?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
These names are often more fun speculating what that might be like.
Way more fun than the film themselves.
Because it sounded like
It sounded actually pretty awesome.
I thought it was going to be three sorority girls like fighting like monsters in a bowling alley.
Yeah.
And it kind of is, but it mainly isn't, which is really annoying. I thought they were going to be like the fighting protagonist types, and they're not really. So they say you've got to go and steal a bowling trophy from the local Bowl-A-Rama, and they all go whoa. So the two women, the two initiates, and the three pervos set off arm in arm like the Wizard of fucking Oz.
That's what you mean, though.
Yeah. Oh, look at her. She's nice.
I mean, what we've just done there is a visual gag
Yeah.
for an audio.
Purely audio medium.
And I was covering my eyes, so I didn't even get the benefit of it.
No.
We were basically doing an even pervier version of the Three Amigos salute.
Yes, they're slap, 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 hands on hips. And then the cough, which I never understood. Because they turn their heads to the right or to the left and then cough. Oh, is that a testicle joke?
Yeah, because they cough and thrust, don't they? So it's
right.
almost as if like it's the cough and drop.
Checking.
Does a cough lev? Yeah, or something.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
cough, your balls just raise slightly.
Yeah, and
Yeah, it's a
obviously-
test for Is it for just if they have dropped? Is it just that basically.
raise and lower.
Yeah, if they raise and lower, then your testicles have descended sufficiently for medicine.
Yeah, sufficiently to allow you into the US Army.
We don't like none of them static balls around here, boy.
Well, we sorry about this, son, but your testicles mean that you can't kill a Vietnamese child.
Oh, really? But one of them's come down. I'm sorry, son, but unless that one is by itself, it needs both of them down.
That's it. There ain't nobody able to carry an M16 assault rifle with a raised testicle.
Last thing we need is you singing I don't know, but I've been told, and then your voice breaking. I don't know, but I've been told. Who's that? Get out. You're not good for this man's army. Go and get a job in a factory or other protected... go to college.
That's it.
Yeah, Draft Dodger Rag. But, by Phil Oakes, great song. So, there's going to be a lot of divergence in this because it's such a dull film. But, so, the pervos and the initiates arrive and they break in. Somehow, don't care. And then they start wandering around in the dark going, they must keep the trophies somewhere. Now this is where we find out that Babs and her two flunkies, minions, they are up in like the surveillance
There's
room.
beetles about it.
And so they're watching.
They're watching on CCTV because Babs' dad owns them all.
Yeah.
Oh right, yes, of course, because she's rich.
Yeah.
And it's always said, like, her friends are always sort of mentioning, or her subordinates are always sort of going, don't you think she's a little bit too into the spanking? Don't you think she's really... And she looks semi into it when she's doing it. There's no, it doesn't even look like she's that into it. And they go, she's so into it. Oh my God, she's a freak. Oh. And it's like, really? Because no one told her. No one directed her to be into it, apparently.
Yeah.
So,
She's unable to play fetish.
No, she's It's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to play this with the... I think my character would have less of an obvious kink, and it'd be very internalised. All right, then.
Like watching people in a mall, that's more her bag.
Yeah, that's definitely her bag. Yeah, she does exhibit much more... she seems more titillated watching them stumble around in the dark.
She's as opposed to a sponge.
Yeah, as opposed to a sort of a masochist.
She's into death voyeurism.
Yeah, very much so. and then also we get introduced to the janitor.
Yeah.
Who's just this weird Texan bloke who's there to drop big dollops of plot.
Whilst not hearing anything that anyone says particularly well.
Yeah, he's like, I'd better check. And he's got sort of like a good old boy's kind of accent. So he's like, I'd better be checking that. And he hits his finger, or he traps his finger in a door or something and goes, that's going to be the size of a donkey's dick by tomorrow. Better learn to scratch my balls with the other hand. It was like, what film was this from that it just got cut in somehow? It's like, we've got this brilliant janitor dialogue. So he does that for a bit, and I think all of his stuff was filmed in a day because there's just a lot of him wandering around just cut in.
Yeah.
And then, and so we finally get to a bit where the plot begins, where they find all of the trophies.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to need filling in because this is the bit that I haven't seen. I haven't seen any of the middle.
You didn't manage to watch it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. No, I know, but you didn't manage to watch it because you watched all the stuff that we've just talked about.
Yeah.
And your lids got heavy.
Yeah. Every time. I mean, I even drunk like a double shot espresso fucking big coffee from Starbucks, and even that couldn't keep me awake.
I definitely slapped my face a bit.
You could have smoked crystal meth, and I doubt it would have kept you awake.
Yeah, it could have done 8 ball speed, no worries, and I'd have been fast asleep.
I sat at my desk for this, and that is unrare. That is rare.
I sat on a bed of broken glass, and it did not get out. It was very comfortable bed of glass.
I sat on fire, and my head was nodding. I don't know if you've ever seen anyone strung out on heroin, but they do nod out where they just suddenly just crash and then they wake back up again and don't realise.
They call it gouging.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
There we go.
No, I'm not telling you how I know.
Fair enough. Do you know what? I'm sure there are other regional and national terms for it as well.
I lived through the 90s.
Yes.
I survived the 90s.
You apparently survived it as well. Yeah, that's good. They find some trophies. Now, all they have to do is steal one trophy and take it back.
Well, we also Frankenstein. Doesn't go well, does it?
No. So what they do is they pick up normal trophy and drop it. And then they pick up abnormal trophy. No, that's not true. I wish it were true. But they sort of go, which one? And like they're looking at these trophies, and one of them, loads of them, very easy, one-handers, pick them up, one person can carry it. But
do they go for the most difficult large bowling trophy ever?
Fatso went for that one and said, well, if we're here, we might as well get the big one. And it's a big, it's basically a
elaborate.
It's like a metal waste paper basket with a thing on top of it.
Right.
This is important.
I see. What I imagine when I think of a big elaborate trophy is the one that Daniel wins at the end of Karate Kid.
Yes, not dissimilar, but it's got like an oil drum. Effect about it. It's smaller than an oil drum.
And a bowling ball rather than someone doing karate.
Yeah. No, maybe like Kingpin or something like that. Not Vincent D'Onofrio, the Bill Murray bowling comedy. It wasn't the size of Kingpin, that would be fucking enormous.
I'd much rather have watched that.
Oh mate,
awesome.
the Daredevil thing or Kingpin, yeah, that would have been great. But that's not what Groovin movies is about.
No, it's not.
Good quality comedy films we don't really encounter on our show, unfortunately.
No, you have to listen to the mainstream movies podcast.
Yeah. They have such a good time, those guys. Actually, to be fair, this is the first one that I've really gone, God, everything. And this is like the 8th one, so we're doing pretty well. And I know that we don't really want this to be a so bad they're good kind of podcast because life's only so long, and I want to watch things that are so good they're good. Yeah. But we do watch trash and B movies and oddities, and so
some of them will be so bad they're good.
This
one was so bad.
It was just bad. Yeah. We're not talking about The Room here or anything like that. Something where there's so much going on.
Yeah.
It's so richly bad.
And you
this is just not very good, which is a worse crime than being appalling. Really, it's just dull. Now the important thing about this drum shaped thing is Fatso, obviously.
Oh, I see. Is this?
He drops it.
Is this what? Is this the tin that the thing's in?
Well.
Yes.
Yeah.
What happens is he drops it, and there's a big whooshy sound of ooh. Oh, go.
Is there like a fog and stuff as well?
Yeah. But you know what we've done? We've overlooked easily the best character in this thing. We've overlooked Spider. Spider is a punk rock chick. Wrong side of the tracks. She's a badass, don't need nobody. And she is they just find her robbing the place. She's just there, just totally separate. She's just the third party who's come in to rob the joint.
Well, apparently she helps them break in, according to Wikipedia.
Does it?
Yeah, because she's got a crowbar. And, yeah.
I thought they encountered her inside though.
She's apparently in the alley with crowbar trying to get in.
Oh.
Yeah.
We might have seen an edited version of it.
We might have, because
on Wikipedia it says 80 minutes. So we've actually had 15 minutes shaved off, which I'm now really grateful for.
Yeah.
But maybe those 15 minutes make it a really good film.
Maybe.
Why have they put out a crap version?
That's what people said about the Daredevil Ben Affleck film director's cut.
Did they do that with Arrested Development though, as well? Anyway, that's a different story.
No. But yeah, so anyway, as far on the version we watched, they encounter her inside, and they act as if they don't know her. So who knows? There could be two different cuts. Imagine bothering making two different cuts of this film. The fact they made it at all, there comes a point where you're committed to it, but you know, you don't have to. It's not Blade Runner. It doesn't need 5 different versions with different pros and cons. Anyway, the so-called director's cut. As I know it, but so Spider, she's great. She's actually got a personality. The actress tries.
She can act. I think she can act.
Yeah, I think she can. I'm interested to know
why.
Yep. That's Lena Quigley. So she's been in lots of different stuff as well. She's a scream queen.
She definitely carried it.
She was in the Return of the Living Dead. She played teenage punk Trash. Nice. She was also in Creepazoids, which I don't think we're going to be watching anymore. It was written down, but if it's anything like this, then we're not gonna. Yeah. So they find out, they get the thing, and woof, all of the smoke and the fog comes out, and all of a sudden, the most racially coded supernatural creature appears. Basically, like someone's doing a bad impression of Seymour 2 from Little Shop of Horrors, yeah. So you've got this jive talking imp. Is it stop motion or is it just
no, it's puppet?
Yeah.
Puppet.
Eat the puppet.
Eat the puppet. Thank you for referencing Brian Connolly.
Yeah. I always think it's well worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done well for himself. Good for him. The Chase. He was very good in Doctor Who. Anyway, so this puppet of this purple imp. He looks so depressed, darling. It's such a shame.
I know, it's just.
I know, but
It's remembering it, isn't
reliving it. There is an unfortunate.
It's bringing some things.
It's not great.
Anyway.
So this thing, you know, hey everybody, how's it going? And it's just, they might as well be the fucking crows from Dumbo. It's like, thanks for letting me out. I'm going to give you a wish.
Yeah, taken directly from the now only banned Disney movie.
The Song of the South.
Song of the South.
I mean, it makes Uncle Remus look like Mr. Tibbs from In the Heat of the Night.
Yeah,
it's fucking appalling.
Yeah, remember the crows from the Cure advert? Basically, one of them.
Still orange. I'll be your dog. Yeah. It's just so loaded. It's really, really bad. And
but this is the 80s.
It is.
When they did films like Soul Man. I don't know if you remember Soul Man.
No.
Did you ever see Soul Man?
I don't recall it.
Oh, okay. I'll give you a basic précis of Soul Man, right? So, a white privileged kid wants to go to college. He can't get into college because he fails the exams. However, he finds out that there is a scholarship to get into this college. However, it's only for underprivileged black kids. So he blacks up and gets the scholarship and then goes to college as a black kid.
Huh.
And it stars C. Thomas Howell.
Who's that?
He was an 80s,
okay.
one of the Brat Pack kids.
Okay.
It was a big mainstream film.
Fuck me.
Yeah. I got brought it as a present on VHS, mainly because my mum used to work in a library, and she used to get all the ex-rentals, and so I got all kinds of shit. And
just whatever was, right.
I fucking loved it as a kid, thought it was brilliant.
Oh yeah.
And then it was only a bit later on when it came to, I was like, oh yeah.
So this frightfully coded imp gives them
frightfully
coded imp. Really, really black coded. It's bad. He gives them all one wish, and it's the monkey's paw kind of thing. So all of the wishes are naughty.
So I don't know about this. So what are the wishes? Because I missed. This is what I missed.
Wow. Chunk style. He asks for lots of money, so
Yeah.
he gets a load of bullion.
Yeah.
Which he can't carry, obviously.
Yeah. Wow.
It turns out to just be painted wood.
Yeah.
It's not even a good monkey's paw story. It's not even a curse, it's just a rip-off.
He's a shit imp.
Yeah.
He's a shit genie.
Yeah. It's basically, it's not like, the monkey's paw where you do get tons of money, but then you get investigated for where you got all the money from and sent to prison. It's not like a clever one. It's just like, here's a load of gold bullion. It's just wood that he's painted. Fuck you.
Like a universe
and then one last one to be a
pretty dress.
She wanted to be a princess, and she was dancing around in like a Cinderella ball gown, and then it just turned out to be like some bin bags.
It's just like tats or something.
Yeah, it was just a shit dress. And then one of the other ones.
That's not even a princess. That's just a shit dress.
She
didn't get a kingdom or anything.
No.
Before it was bad, it looked like a nice dress. So
Yeah. So initially she's in like a nice big ball gown,
right.
And she's
Twirling
prancing
around,
and she's like, oh, amazing, and she like can't wait to live her new royal life, and then she's just in this sort of shit dress.
Yeah.
I feel like I've missed the best bits here.
I mean, stuff happens.
Yeah. In some ways, maybe.
And then,
I'm gonna have to watch
not
this
entirely.
and then main Pervo and Spider.
Yeah.
They go, not sure about this. Fuck you, and they decide to hightail it.
Yeah.
So they decide to go. Fucking
One of them
the
gets
nerd,
Lisa.
the nerdo.
Yeah.
He asks for a saucy Doris.
Yeah.
And just a woman in
Saucy
Shorts or something.
yeah, it's like in a swimsuit or something. It's like she's just there, going, oh,
Instantly
hello.
attracted
What
to him.
happens to
And
her?
and then he just goes over and is like, oh, well, she is fit, but she's sort of like a bit monstery as well because he's obsessed with horror movies and shit.
Does she melt or something, or?
She just disappears. She's just not there anymore.
Right.
It's sort of really, but I mean, to even suggest it's like a monkey's paw tale is really quite insulting to what can be some of the most creative and interesting format. You know, it's a format that really does work. Even if you know it's going to be a rip, you can. The interesting way they do it and stuff, you know, that's
like that nice episode of The Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Where everything goes bad, but it's just such a lovely. Yeah, I could have just done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have taken some nuance and effort.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
So it's Frankie and Rhonda are the two minions, like the two friends of Mouse.
Right, yeah. Is Frankie the bride of Frank? Is that...
Frankie is turned into the Bride of Frankenstein, and Rhonda is turned into a demon minion.
Is she the one who's got sort of a bit of something like flesh on her?
Yeah, she's got like it's like a couple of like boils and things.
So how do they get turned into them then? What?
The imp just gets pissed off.
Yeah, because they're all watching it and they're kind of like, oh, haha. And he's like, well, everybody.
Don't go watching me, or I'm going to make you into a monster.
Is that what he says?
Kind of.
Did they get wishes or did they not get wishes?
No.
No, they get turned into monsters. Although. Basically, there's sort of like Babs like runs away from those two, and so only they get turned into monsters.
Right, what happens to Babs?
She eventually becomes a monster.
I remember what happened to something happens to Babs later on, and I remember what happened to her. I think I woke up around that then.
She got transformed.
Yeah. I just realised after Babs is rendered unconscious from touching the mall's electric doors. They do electrocute her. It's not they're faulty, but it just suggests that electric doors, she just touches them and then just passes out. Just too much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the description on Wikipedia is excellent. The group finds out that the wishes requested were not really granted, with Jimmy's gold being made out of wood and Taffy's dress disappearing. It doesn't disappear. She's there in like hanging like like bits of cloth and stuff.
The fantasy just disappears and the rest is just...
The minions. The minions kill Jimmy and use his head as a bowling ball.
Yep. Actually, to be fair, that bit was sort of entertaining.
I was like,
you know what?
I thought this was what the film was going to be like.
Yeah.
It was going to be a lot more heads as bowling balls.
But it was a gutter ball, so you didn't even see a strike.
Yeah, that's the worst
get a strike with it. They wasted it. They wasted it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, because in Fright Night, when someone's head gets used as a bowling ball, they get strikes with those.
Yeah.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Which
one was Jimmy? Was he the fat one?
The big fat.
Right. So his head was perfectly round, like a ball.
Oh yeah, like all fats are. Yeah. That is fact.
By the way, for anyone listening, right,
I am fat. Don't worry.
Yeah, me and Eddie are fat, so we can make fat jokes.
Yeah, it's okay.
That is the way it works.
If Emma makes one, however, feel free to complain.
Just rip into me.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Emma is not fat.
She is not fat. Tell us she is fat-phobic for not being fat. Don't do that. It's okay. It's okay. She wasn't.
I watched a terrible film for you.
She is not fat on purpose.
Yeah, feel free to admonish us for being pricks. Don't worry.
It's alright. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to sit here.
We also know that
read the Wikipedia page again.
Emma genuinely cares whether she upsets people or not, and Tom and I, whilst we don't want to, we are naughty. Yeah. And so we will say naughty things, whereas so Emma has to sit through us saying naughty things and then going
and then evil cackle.
Yeah, and then evil cackle. But she makes me cut all the evil cackles out. She's constantly.
Oh, let's get it out.
She's constantly
like an exorcism.
She's constantly ridiculing you all. I have to edit it all out.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolute dick.
But yeah. So that happens. Yeah. Oh yeah. That is one of the best bits. The minions kill Jimmy and use his head as a bowling ball, and Lisa tries furiously to have sex with Keith.
Yeah, she is straddling to no end, that poor lad.
He's
awful.
There's efforts made with Nerdo to fuck Nerdo.
And he's realised quite soon that he should not have entered the situation.
Which one's Keith's the Nerdo, is he?
Keith's the horror fanatic.
Right. And which one's Lisa?
Lisa.
Is she one of the
two initiates.
Yeah.
She keeps trying to shag him.
Oh, she does in this one scene.
But that's because she has been influenced too, which is touched upon.
Yeah.
Because he's realised, oh wait, this isn't really consent, is it?
He does have this thing of, wait a minute.
Even back in the 80s, there was a moral issue over consent.
Well,
not really played that way, I imagine, is it?
In part, I think he was like, if you're not into this is a bit less sexy.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Which, I mean,
so he's basically
which is a laudable attitude to take when it comes to
I'm not saying I'm not going to do it, I'm just saying it's not quite as sexy.
Yeah,
80s attitudes.
A little bit in both forms.
And then, brilliantly, Spider and Calvin is the main pervo, hide from Rhonda in a closet where they find a pistol.
Yeah.
That is a brilliant bit because Spider goes, we need a weapon, and he hands her a broom. And she's what am I going to do? Sweep her to death, you fucking idiot. And then he just reaches behind her and pulls out a pistol. Just like a cleaning closet in a bowling alley. And there's a fucking pistol.
When you've got a broom, it's not doing enough. Sometimes you need the pistol.
Sometimes, for stubborn stains, you need to shoot fuck out of it.
Which is like that Peter Soroity silly band kind of.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's true. But it's just light explosions are going to do it. And it's just... and then the janitor goes, this is when we get a bit of information because they are in the closet, Spider and Calvin, and then they just find the janitor who's just sat there going, oh, well, hello there. Why don't you come on in? You look mighty scared. They go, oh, something happened. You're like, oh, wait a second. You didn't go breaking no trophies now, did you? And then he tells the story about, there was a man who used to come to this bowling alley by the name of, he gives his full name. Peter Bowler or whatever, and E. Bowler, which was the original character in Street Fighter 2. It was E. Bowler, and then they went, that's not really on.
I thought it was E. Nissan.
E. Honda. Yeah. You were close though.
Both.
Yeah.
God.
Except
E. Subaru.
Except for the Ultra version, which was E. Maserati, because that was like a high end one.
Yeah.
E. Ferrari. It's F for Ferrari, isn't it?
Yeah.
E
Mazda.
E Mazda.
Oh, you not Mazda.
So Jeff Bowler would come in. He goes, he used to come in every day. Never got no good at bowling.
Didn't even get a strike in his entire bowling career.
Never did. One day he comes in, bowled a perfect game. Came back next day, bowled a perfect game. I asked him, how'd you bowl a perfect game? He said he got the wish granted by an imp.
But the imp must have been happy with him because he kept getting perfect games.
And then I think his knob fell off or something. And then something happened, and then turns out it was bad. The only way that you can stop an imp being magic is to enclose it in a small space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock him in a tin.
Pop him in a coffee pot,
teapot.
And leave him on the street.
Yeah, that's ultimate. So basically what they do is they went, right, instead of burying it, what you do is, if that's the case...
Fire the fucker into space.
Fire the fucker into space. Or you wait until they go, oh, they're building a new motorway bridge.
Yeah.
Straight in the wet concrete there. Yeah. That's never coming out.
Glue the lid shut with proper strong glue.
Oh, yeah.
Duct tape the thing up. Yeah. Wrap it in plastic. Seal the plastic.
Yeah.
Then wrap it in I don't know, like some kind of dunk it in amber, resin.
Embed it
in resin.
Yeah.
And then
take
epoxy.
Epoxy.
Take it in a boat to the middle of the Pacific Ocean. And drop the fucker to the bottom of the Mariana Trench.
Yeah. What you want?
Stick it on a trophy.
Right over the Mariana Trench. 5 bricks.
In the scene of the crime.
5 bricks around it. Straight down. It'll probably fall for like a day.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Probably hit a fish.
Yeah.
And it should be protected enough from like the compression, but that'll only make it smaller and tighter, and the epoxy should hold.
Yeah.
Should do.
Unless
never think these things through, do they?
No, but then and also.
I mean, they didn't have a lot of supplies, to be fair.
No, and also when you do that, when you go. when people say things like that and you go, oh, come on, Tom. If they did that, there wouldn't be a film.
Yeah.
In this case, I'm quite happy for that to be the case.
But there would have been a really good film about them taking an ocean trip.
Yeah.
And also
that'd be nice.
sourcing supplies from a local Wickes.
Yeah.
Or whatever the American equivalent
you know.
is. Home Depot, I imagine.
Yeah. Home Depot. You could probably get some stuff at Target, as I believe it's called.
Target.
Target.
Walmart.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Oh, we've just picked up a lovely little number from Walmart.
Oh, yes.
I think it rivals Target.
What was that noise?
I don't know, but I'm going to assume it was a
I'm about
noise.
to release them.
It was a noise of
European
agreement.
snort.
That was you saying you are correct.
You are correct.
Yes. Something about a Molotov cocktail here. Babs kills Lisa with a paddle
Oh, yeah.
and then is burned to death by a Molotov cocktail.
Oh, and he goes, yeah, I'm a cocktail, Babs.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, in a Cockney accent.
Yeah.
Just randomly.
Tell you what, darling, fancy a cocktail, darling.
Oh, fucking Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
What?
Jelly deal.
So they jelly deal and pie and mash and liquor, yeah. And then they put him in a bin.
Put him in a
Put him
bin.
in like a coffee tin.
Yeah.
And then they go, right, that's done.
Get in
Yeah.
the bin, imp.
Get in the bin, you cunt.
In the fucking bin.
And then
Because he sat there
Trash
and he's
can.
like
trash can.
watching this car ride because they've got one of lasses in back trying to like kill Calvin.
Yes.
And he's like,
Yeah.
yeah. But,
He's laughing, and then Spider puts the coffee tin on him.
yeah.
And then they just leave it on the curb,
Yeah.
and then she drives
Like
off
the
on a
trash it
motorbike
is.
with him. Yeah, and it's.
Yeah, I mean, like, what stupidity.
And the final
Saw
bit.
that bit.
The final bit is just the tin moving slightly, going, "Hey, you in the front row, let me out. I'll grant your wish.
Hey.
What am I going to do in here?" Like, how dare you set up a sequel for
Yeah.
that film?
Yeah.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you suggest that the world of that cinema works the same way as Last Action Hero?
Or indeed anything. Yeah, so not massively impressed, I've got to say.
No.
Basically, it was fucking bollocks.
It was.
terrible,
And yeah.
I mean, even the bits that were supposed to be sexy were,
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
so unsexy.
And you just go on board.
Yeah.
Just this
I mean,
is rank.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I watched the parts of the film
Yeah.
at the beginning that had these so-called
That's the sort of
sexy
the
bits in.
sexiest bit, yeah,
and
the
I
so-called,
watched it
yeah.
whilst I was in the bath, and I quite categorically felt my penis retract.
Really?
Yeah, it went in.
I don't remember keeping half a mind on my junk as I watched it.
No,
but,
I mean,
but
I was in the bath.
Yeah.
certainly nothing enough happened to my junk for it to be noteworthy. So I'm going to assume like neutral
Yeah,
on the
it
sexy
was
front.
just
I became unsullied
cool.
when I left that bath. I was Varys.
This film can actually be a chemical castration,
Yeah.
a form of chemical castration.
That's right.
No, I mean it wasn't like hideously unsafe, but it just didn't work on a titillation front,
Yeah.
and it didn't work on a horror front, and it didn't work on a sort of campy trash thing, because also the lighting was so bad you couldn't
Yeah.
see a lot. I bet if you could see some of it might actually work a bit better, but
I just thought they were shooting in an aquarium for some of it.
there was a bluey tinge to it,
Yeah.
wasn't there? Not like it was a bluey, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a blue tinge to it, and I've got to say, I don't like just saying there's no redeemable. Like I say, Guy Moon's soundtrack to it,
Yeah,
score,
that was
that was
good.
pretty good.
It's very nice.
Spider was good.
synthscape.
Spider was good. Spider
Yeah.
was a good
She was
character.
badass, loved it.
But yeah, just.
Yeah.
It's rubbish when something is just bad because there's
Yeah.
nothing to say.
Yeah.
It's really, really difficult.
And
so-
also when it becomes an advocacy for the use of narcotics.
Yeah.
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 Because I don't like things where people go, oh man, what you need to do is blaze up and then watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd rather, well, one, I don't do drugs.
Yeah.
And two, like, if you have to, that's not really a great
No.
not very
advert for it, is it? You know, it's one.
Like, if you want to do it, just watch Adventure Time if you want a merry,
Yeah.
weird thing.
Yeah, exactly. There's stuff There's stuff going on where you can do that. All right. It's.
Yeah, if you do want to obviously listen to a drugs-related movie podcast, then once again,
Movie bong. Yeah, movie bong. The first thing you hear.
And
and then you hear their brilliant intro music. I mean, someone only of Guy Moon or equal, probably better. The theme music to Movie Bong is fucking incredible. Really, I wrote it and recorded it. So that's
did you make it for them?
Yeah, that's all me.
To be fair, I do take our little. It's very cool.
What was your favourite bit, Emma?
Really? No, I do.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, but you did. I mean, the way you just looked at me, the glare you gave me.
That was definitely a death glare. Sorry.
It was, yeah. Sorry, I too am become Varys.
Fucking hell.
But and do you know what?
I'm gonna have to dig deep for this.
You were right to, yeah.
To be fair, I did actually really like just Spider taking control of the entire situation and being like, here, have the bottle, and then making Calvin do all the stuff and being like, haha, and then being like, oh, that was so cute when he told you to like be mean or whatever.
Yeah, it's nice to see an 80s film with a strong female character in.
That was lovely. To be fair, the bowling heads, I'm a big fan of bowling heads anyway.
That was almost more disappointing because it was a gutter ball.
Yeah.
It was like, why would you do that? They made it quite a good head. That's the thing is, it was quite good.
I think it just summed up the film, and I was like,
yeah.
Actually,
do you know,
good analogy.
It is. It's utterly symptomatic of making a really quite a good quality fake head of a cast member.
Yeah.
Bowling it down an alley.
So much more with that.
And failing to strike.
And I did quite like the bit where they're like just popping his head in like the jukebox or whatever it was.
Oh yeah. I get that opening song. I think it really promised more. The whole thing promised more than it was. I thought the trailer was really good and promised a lot more. So yeah,
What bits did you fellas like?
My favourite bit was the three lovely naps I got.
I was going to say, yeah. I bet it was the extra beauty sleep. My favourite bits was the extra sleep Tom got. I think, but I agree with you. I did like Spider.
Yeah.
There was precious little of her in it, really, because when she turns up, you go, are we taking? Is it taking a turn? Are we making a thing?
I do quite like the anger and apathy is kind of lit inside me. That's quite nice.
I felt
it's giving you a release.
I felt something for the first time in a month. I experienced a human emotion and reaction.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to be rushing to revisit anything made by Urban Classics.
No.
Anytime soon.
I mean, some of those films on those trailers did look fun.
I was quite excited because I thought like the trailers were really part of the film, and I thought it was going to be like the and now da 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 kind of, I don't know, like an anthology part, like it's like Airplane or some kind of weird parody or something like that.
Like Kentucky Fried Movie or something like that.
I thought it was going to be so much more.
If it was little vignettes from lots of those things, then I can really see that bits of. Because you don't need to explain shit. That was the worst bit. Is that they just explain. It would have
been like watching episodes of Tim and Eric.
Yeah, there was a 5-minute explanation of the imp.
Yeah.
Didn't fucking matter. All it did was they're like going, oh, you need to put it in a box and stuff like. They just drop an arcade machine on it and smash it to bits, and then you can do some guts explosion,
Maybe the imp will turn it into a new game you can play and win money.
Oh yeah, you drop it on there, and then you scrape off all the gunk, and then you put the arcade machine back up, and then all of a sudden he appears pixelated going, somebody gonna get me out of this damn arcade machine? Or whatever, and then
could come up with spool.
Or a little kid goes in, puts in a quarter, and goes, "Hey, you want to play a real game, kid?" That's something.
But now we're just giving a sequel. It would have been better, probably.
Well, yeah, we're just giving an ending where you go, that's a little bit imaginative. I think it was, it failed to deliver, really.
What would the sequel be called? Frat Boys in the Mini Golf Bonanza.
That'd be alright. Yeah, basically, so there's three college girls, one of whom watching a film, the other one lying on the bed, another one just proper going to town on a bottle of Lambrini.
She's got a yogurt nearby her.
She's got a yogurt. She's got a yogurt, a salad, and some Lambrini.
And maybe a rice cake if you want to up it a little.
Get some Lambrini. No, I'm not giving you any Lambrini.
Right, they're having cherry Lambrini if they're doing
cherry Lambrini. Well, if you give me some Lambrini, I can tell you where there's some frat boys who are all hazing each other.
They're all wanking
with bumming.
They're all wanking each other off. Oh, I proper want to see that. And then
hazing is, isn't it?
Hazing can take many forms, but I think it's mainly paddling.
All of the stuff I've seen on the internet involves a lot of bumming.
I'm not sure. I think that might be pornography.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Might be. Do you spell hazing Bumming? Every time I type it in, it just comes up with bumming.
I've just got bingo in it now.
Bumming. And bumming was his name. Oh. Sorry, have I just ruined loads of campfire nights?
You have,
memories?
but I did have a teddy bear called Bingo, and I had an elf teddy as well, but I've chucked it over the nib as well. I chucked it over. Got another one, so it was alright.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, that's good.
So and then they go and watch it, and it's just a load of guys going, hey, have you ever noticed how Brad's really into this making each other wank thing? No, I don't think so. And he's there going, why don't you wank? Wank now.
Have a biscuit.
There you go.
Yeah, so they're all just playing Soggy Biscuit.
Yeah. And then he's like, right, we need to go and steal mini golf.
Yeah.
And you three girls can go with him.
Yeah, you gotta go and get the flags from the mini golf.
Yeah.
We want the flag from the 18th hole.
Yeah.
No one's ever been to the 18th hole before.
Yeah, well, you guys are gonna go. Secretly, my dad owns mini golf.
Yeah.
And so then they're there, hiding in the windmill, just looking out.
Yeah, literally, they've gone, we need to make a sequel to that film.
Yeah.
And, I've got an idea.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll use exactly the same script, but we'll swap the girls for guys and swap bowling for mini golf.
Yeah, and then what happens is, and then they pick up the flag, and then all of a sudden a little imp with a really bad Chinese accent
released from the 18th.
just turns up and just in a really bad Chinese accent just starts telling them that he's going to grant them wishes and stuff.
Yeah.
And and then the wishes are bad, and then they run around a bit. Oh, and they find just this bloke, just like a greaser biker guy,
really cool guy,
who's stealing the 9th hole.
Yeah,
he's like soaring it out of the ground.
Yeah, he's called Fenzi.
Yeah.
And he goes oi,
hey!
Oi, whilst doing
he goes oi. Yeah, he does the metal hands.
He does the metal hands.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if you enjoyed our sad episode where we didn't enjoy anything, go to groovinmovies.com and you can donate to us through Coffee if you want to, or if you don't want to, you can do it even if you don't want to. That's an option. If you don't want to contribute financially, then that's fine, but do share us around. That is free. At Groovin Movies on Twitter and Insta, and Groovin Movies Boppers Clubhouse on Facebook. Emma Tiswell, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Tom King, thank you.
Ciao.
I'm Eddie French, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Groovin Movies featured Tom King, Eddie French, and Emma Tidswell, and is part of the Discount Comedy Checkout Network. For more information, go to www.comedycheckout.com. Thanks for listening.